What's going on, everybody? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today's video is a swing trading technique plus a little bit of insight on using KuCoin leverage and being able to manipulate the amount of leverage that you trade with to make your trades a little bit safer for long-term positions. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, everybody, we know the drill. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I simply share my technical analysis and trading techniques in hopes that you use them as you see fit. But remember, you manage your own money and you manage your own risk. However, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It all helps immensely and it's all greatly appreciated. With that, we're going to hop on into the charts. We're going to look at BTC first because Bitcoin might be in a breakout position and it's not the way you might be hoping for. It's looking like it might break out the bottom of this bear flag, and that could be getting back to this liquidation range, or this liquidity range, excuse me, this area around 33K where we saw lots of liquidity and lots of like just very quick buyback. So this candle sold down really hard and bought back very quickly. So we could see something along those lines again, but the more we retest this area, the more likely it is to break, as it did here. At the 39.6, we retested it and we set around 40K, and every time we got that close to 40K, the liquidity eventually started to dry up and we broke through it very quickly. That is Bitcoin, and that is just a quick market analysis right now. So right now I am looking for short positions, and I will show you two that I'm in currently and how to use a simple trading method. And it's simply just looking at trend lines. So here, PYR Vulcan Forge, it's a token on KuCoin, and you can see we've got hard rejection, and then we have our third rejection here on the trend line. And there were others that rejected before we even really got a clean touch of the trend line, and still it got close and rejected off. So 2 days ago, Saturday, 2 trading days ago I should say, Saturday, we touched the trend line and we sold back and made a spinning top. And then Sunday, trading day, we sold down very hard. So this was a 5.91% sell-off, so just under 6% sell-off. And then at the close of the trading day, or right near the close of the trading day, I opened a short position on this coin. So my short position opened at $9.76, and we're at $9.68. So very, very small level of profit so far. But I believe I have the trend line on my side. I don't believe that this is going to do more than barely wick over the trend line if it does, and I don't even think it's going to do that for any type of a substantial amount. So I feel very safe in this position. We go into KuCoin, and you are in your trading interface. This box here, this little box right next to auto borrow, this little box is going to give you a slider for your leverage. So 10x is the standard. The standard margin trading on KuCoin is 10x. You don't have to do 10x. I moved it down to 3x for this position, and for the other position I'm in, right there, we are confirmed. 3x margin right now. You have to change that if you want to change back to 10x or change your trading strategy to scalping on 10x or day trading on 10x or whatever you want to do. You have to make sure that you adjust this every time you want to move it. But with that being said, this is a coin that has lots of swings. You know, this was a 6% day, or just under 6%. This was a 16.8% sell day. This was 11%, and it bought back 19% here. So there are potentials for very high swings that on 10x could get you liquidated very quickly or get you stop loss very quickly. So to give yourself a little bit more room, you cut your leverage down. So if this makes a 20% move, I have a 20% range here. So I have a just under 8% stop loss, so 7.69% on my stop loss. So that puts me at roughly 23% total loss if I get stopped, and a 20.93% take profit area, so let's call it 21%. That is a 63% profit on 3x leverage. So yeah, if I go 10x, you know, this could have been a 200% profit if it hits, but the 10x also puts you in a position to where you can't really make a 7% stop loss there, because that would be a 76.9% loss on your trade, and you can't take a 76% loss on one trade. So 10x isn't really viable for this style of trading. So again, here, I'm in a slight profit here. And again, the Williams fractal method, and I will link the video for the fractals, and it was on a scalping video, but I said you can use it for any time frame. Again, we had a peak high here, but I wanted to see this hit the trend line and reject. I wanted to see a rejection off the trend line. So I got that rejection, then I got a second rejection, and now again, this is going to continue to come down against this trend line until it gaps away from it. And you can see that kind of here where we had a high and we got close to the trend line and we gapped away, and then it picks back up. So I'm expecting a gap down at least back to this level of support resistance at 770, but it could very easily come all the way down to 522, 520. So I'm going to watch this. If I get a power move, I might remove my take profit position and let it ride a little bit farther down. ARPA is another one that I took today, or actually I took yesterday. I took this position yesterday. Again, a hard rejection off of the trend line. You see it made the fractal on the trend line. The next day sold down, and I bought the start of this day. So I was in a little bit of a loss yesterday, and then today, Sunday's trading day, I was good, and so far today it's breaking out of the bear flag, so it's coming down. And again, I think that this will move further beyond this level of support resistance, and I'm targeting near the bottom of this one. This would be a 55% trade, and on 3x this 55% will be 165%, and that's a huge gain. But this might be a weak hold. This might be a full week, and I might close it early depending on how the moves look. If I get a strong low rejection like this candle here, where you get this rejection of a low and you get a fractal underneath, I might call it. So it might be somewhere around here that I call this trade. But looking at the trade history, this was a 10% candle, another 5% candle, 7%. So this has the potential for big moves, for big quick moves. So when you're trading with high volatility assets, especially some of these smaller cap coins that have high volatility, you have to drop your margin down a little bit and play it safe. The last thing I want to look at before I finish this video is to go back and circle back to Ravencoin, because I want to show you why making trades off the trend lines, well, making the trend lines and making trades off the trend lines, you have to have at least 2 clean rejections. Here, 2 days ago, Saturday, when I made my Ravencoin video, I think I made it Friday night, and it was in the Saturday's trading day, the price was moving up, and I think I had my trend line sit like here. But because there was no clear rejection off of that trend line yet, other than the initial one, I said in the video that I'm not confident in this trend line yet. This price could wick down and reject, and that's what it did. So now I'm looking at this as my trend line here, my rejection off of this wick, and I think that rejection down is going to start a new leg down where we break down below 6 cents, and we might actually break below 5. This might be the break below 5 cents that I talked about a couple videos ago with Ravencoin potentially going below 5 cents. So that's the trading strategy here. It's just following the trend line and trading off the trend. I mean, we can look at all these times where we reject off, and it comes down, and it takes a while to get back to it, and we reject off, and it comes back, and we reject off again. As long as the trend holds, you don't want to make the trade as soon as you see the trend line get touched, because you want to make sure that the trend line holds and rejects price away from it. You need to get that confirmation of a rejection off the trend line. And looking at Bitcoin now, we are very close to getting either one or two things is going to happen. We're going to get a nice buyback off of this lower support, or we're going to break through it and we're going to have our next leg down. So keep an eye on that. This is not going to be a subtle move. It's not going to be, I don't believe it's going to be a subtle move, and I don't think it's going to be a small move. It's either going to bounce way off of this and retest the top, or it's going to come through it and we're going to see our next leg down. So that's the video, guys. Remember, on KuCoin, hit this box, adjust your margin as you see fit, adjust as you're comfortable. You don't have to stick with 10x. You can move it around as you see your comfort level, and you're trading how much stop loss you're willing to take, how much risk you're willing to take. You can adjust your margin accordingly. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and as always, until next time, peace.